TGIF. This is D with Divine Needle. Whew, how's it going, guys? I feel a big surge uptake in energy. There you go, confirmation right when I said that. A big surge of energy. It's funny. I heard somebody say they found it too profound. Maybe it's overwhelming for them how everything's connected and how some people see the numbers and how they're connected. But I'm here to tell all of you, if you see somebody connecting dots, everything is connected. And there's a lot of people playing on the same team that are seeing what I see. It's amazing. I love looking at all the channels. And over on Divine Owl, I left some things, community discussion post about some rather unique channels you all should visit. I hope you check it out. Yeah, they're quite amazing. I shared their post, so if you look at those posts I shared over on Divine L, you'll see what I'm talking about, and I would definitely sub those channels. One of the gentlemen happens to be, I think, from Scotland, possibly Ireland, but I think Scotland. I just recently found him, so I'm not certain, but he's on the money. Absolutely. By the way, when you guys hear me make any comments about Israel or the shenanigans going on, first of all, my bloodlines carry both sides, Sephardic and Ashkenazi. I just don't like seeing things that are underhanded and super shady. And the truth, you know how I am. The Ace of Swords matters to me more than who's who. Because in the end, you're all related. It's just bad behavior sheds poor light on an entire race of beings. And it sickens me. Anyway, I could really get into that, but we won't. Anyway, so if any of you say I'm anti-Semitic, how dare you, because I'm Jewish. Yeah, they like to hide behind the fact they're Jewish. I don't hide behind it because I'm Native American and I'm just a soul just like the rest of you. And we're all connected. And that is the most important. All their other stuff is unimportant, except for the fact that wrongs need to be righted. Anyway, I wasn't even planning on talking about that, but it needed to be said. Evidently, my team's like chattering at me. Okay, so major energy coming up here, and yeah, I'm concerned. The Sabian Mysteries pictures. Usually, I'm really torn about whether to wait to look at those until right before the reading or as I'm doing it here. But sometimes it takes a while for me to pick up what I need to see, and other times it ka-wham hits me like, and that's what these ka-wham. Okay. The reading about backhand deals and the devil card behind that, the equal reciprocity. That particular one I indicated had something to do with Israel, and I was correct. Israel claims Putin apologized for one of his staff members making a comment about Hitler being Jewish. He was indeed Jewish. He was an Ashkenazi Jew. There's Sephardic and there's Ashkenazi, and then there's those that have no idea which kind they are. They just are. But anyway, beside the point. Anyway, and what he said, I don't know how they could take it as an insult because it's freaking true. So how was that an insult? Facts are facts, dudes. Yeah. Anyway, they love to hide behind Holocaust victims, right? Yeah, they hide behind the very ones that they killed. Yeah, that's no joke. That happened. And that's the real insult. What Putin's cabinet said, members said, was just truth. That's all. And that's what the reading was talking about. Because now Israel's claiming that Putin personally apologized, but there's nothing in the transcripts showing he did. More BS. Yeah. Anyway, tornadoes, I predicted that. That was a no-brainer. Anybody could predict that this time of year. I mean, come on. When the dam breaks, I've seen several articles, one about 2,200 dams. Sorry. Some of them have bridges over the top, many of them, that are in some sort of jeopardy. With the huge amount of rain that we're getting, the flooding is getting pretty intense right now, especially in the center of the country. Arkansas is really getting it. Missouri's really getting it. Oklahoma, Texas. Lots and lots of rain. And the guys just off to our northeast are probably getting it, I'm sure. We're not alone because they're getting the aftermath of what we get first. So, yeah, just because of the way the land is laid out. Anyway, and there are several dams in jeopardy, especially with this flooding. And there was one in North Dakota that they were sandbagging. Remember I talked about a helicopter? One of the Sabian Mysteries picture felt like the skids of a helicopter. Well, they were using a helicopter to sandbag an earthen type dam, more like a levee. Remember I said something about leverage? Well, they were trying to tell me levee, and it's more of the earthen dam levee type of a dam, and they were sandbagging it with a helicopter. Also, remember I felt like something was launching from water? And I was absolutely spot on. Russia is launching missiles from the water and from land, evidently. I had no idea about the water thing until I did the reading and started looking. It's like, oh, okay, that happened. Anyway, so direct hits, bam, 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 over and over again on the readings. Yeah. And I have a feeling today's going to be one of those wow ones. Just the energy I'm getting. Woo! Anyway, today's the 5-5 portal when I'm doing the reading, but this reading is for the 5th and 6th, Friday and Saturday, TGIF and Saturn Day. And, of course, the ruler for Friday is Venus. So TGIF is Venus Day. Thank God, right? Who's God? Do tell. Anyway, that's kind of telling, right? TGIF, and it happens to be Venus is the ruler of Friday. Saturn Day. So we're covering Friday and Saturday energy because I'm going to be occupied with things on Saturday. So unlikely I'll get a reading done. So I'm covering those 2 days with this reading and possibly into Sunday's energy. We'll see. But, yeah. Let's take a look at the astrology. I'm going to try to make this snappy, but I have a feeling it's a doozy. Anyway, this is the energy for May the 6th. Nothing, I mean, lots of things. First of all, we're in the shadow phase of Mercury. Some of the readers were saying Mercury's retrograde. No, it's not yet, because everybody keeps telling each other that things break during Mercury retrograde. My observation is that it happens in the shadow phase more than it does during the actual retrograde. And that's where we're at. It's getting ready to go retrograde, but it's not there yet. And it's really interesting because it's going retrograde in its home sign of Gemini. So what I found fascinating is it seemed like a lot of people were getting bodily type injuries in this shadow phase. Yeah. Either getting sick or actual injuries. Accidents of different sorts. So that seems to be a thing. With Mercury being in its home sign, I guess. Just my observation. Anyway, and we also have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Now, what's interesting this is the 5-5 portal today. And on the next 5-5 portal in 2023, wow, oh wow, oh wow. Because Pluto is going to be an Aquarius retrograde in 2023. Let me see. Let me find that. I have it pulled up here. Check this out. Check that out. That's May the 5th, 2023. That's wow. First of all, you have Black Moon Lilith at 13 degrees. Remember the goddess in Leo. And let's see, what else? Here we go. In Aquarius, Pluto retrograde on that day. That's when Pluto, see, it's at 0, steps in, and it's at 1424 UT. Pluto steps in and goes retrograde in Aquarius. That day, I mean, just look at this. Look at the big red square with the big red X right through the middle. That day is a wowza. What it means exactly, I'm not positive yet. But it's also a full moon. And if I remember right, that is a full solar eclipse day. I could be wrong. Yeah, let's look. Let's take a peeky. See, we have that total lunar eclipse coming up on the 15th and 16th, which I'm well aware of. And let's see. Not sure, because this just says 2022. Don't know if it shows. Anyway, yeah, that day is going to be something. And I may do a projection video for a year out for 5/5/2023 coming up soon, because something feels like I need to do. I mean, I'm being told, I literally know, and Mercury is also retrograde in Taurus, the messenger in Taurus retrograde that day too. Yeah, I'm doing a reading on that. And the timekeeper is over in Pisces at this point. So that heavy energy the Aquarius crowd's been under kind of moves off, and Pisces gets a dose of it for Pisces sun. But and yeah. Lots of learning will be happening to Pisces. Trust me, us Aquariuses, we've been through it. Anyway, back to the Friday. TGIF day. And then Saturday, the only thing, well, the moon, Friday, the moon's in Cancer. But Saturday, it moves to Leo. Shadow face still a Mercury over here in Gemini. Yeah, nothing of serious note, really, except for the Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So, Sabian Mysteries pictures. Yeah. I was looking at this and I was like, I looked at it, I think it was yesterday, and I was like, I'm not picking up anything based on the picture itself yet. And then today, kawam, hit me like a truck when I pulled it up. You see this sticking out? That's a tip of like a missile or something. And then because I'm doing the reading for Saturday too, I looked down and here we go. Here's that rocket and something smacking it. Fire and air and energy. This is a rocket, no doubt about it. So we'll dig more into that energy. It says an old man attempting vainly to reveal the mysteries. I'm not even going to guess right now, but I have a funny feeling the world cards are coming out for this reading. So let's get to the reading. Yeah, let's do it. These are the decks they wanted. This one's going to the side for now. Sit back for a second. Deep breath. Okay. So this reading's for the collective for Friday and Saturday. For Friday and Saturday. Oh, I forgot to mention. I had another thing happen. Some came to collect me. They did not speak. They entered my bedroom. It was 5 of them that were actually in the bedroom. 3 came in basically the same exact attire. And so I'm assuming they're military-ish. And these were ETs. They were talking telepathy. They did not speak words. The first 3 came, one was at one corner of the bed, one was at the foot in the middle, the other one was at the other corner of the bed, and then in steps a gentleman, different attire, a leadership, and a female right behind him. Both leadership, both not in that same attire the first 3 were. The first 3 were the muscle, so to speak. Came in and asked me to come with them. And I got up and started to leave. And my husband has a box cutter, and I had it in my hand. And as we were leaving, I was between the female and the guy that were not in the uniform dress thingy. And just as we hit the front door, I used the box cutter and didn't slit the throat of the female, but I nicked her. Just enough to freak them out, and they left. They ran. including the 3 that were with them. That was a nighttime ET event. In other words, not my body, but my soul energy body, basically. It even shocked me when I did that, which is really strange. But it's kind of like, invite me and tell me the reasons why, but don't tell me I'm coming with no other information. So anyway, yeah, that was really freaky. But I just thought I'd mention it because, yeah, weird crap, right? Lots of it. Anyway, so, yeah, let's get into this reading for Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday for the collective. Pulling my energy back out of, because I went into what happened that evening. It was, not last night, night before. All right. Collective. Friday and Saturday. Okay. Playfulness. Mind. Yeah. Okay. Collective Friday and Saturday. Okay. Collective Friday and Saturday. Move these over just a hair. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay. Want any more, guys? Not right now. Not from this deck. Possibly back to it. Or this deck, possibly. We'll see. All right. So, we have playfulness. The mind. This feels like, this is like a factory or something. Okay, hold on. Clinging to the past. You know, today's the 5-5 portal, and we have a 5 right here near the middle of the deal. Through the looking glass. I heard through the looking glass. Mind control? Is that what they're talking about? Because there was, I believe some, you know, they like their projects, and they like to name their little projects. Project Looking Glass, I believe there was one called that. Mind control, right? Oh, inner voice. Okay, some sort of mind control stuff. Inner voice. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Definitely something going on here. Not sure what this is about, or this. Plum Island. These are plums. Plum Island and the experimentation is the source of Lyme's disease. Ticks get on animals, right? Remember, I've talked about attachments. They may be speaking about attachments here. Mind control, programming, somebody in the head, voices in their head. Oh, see, I worried about that with me initially when I was, first really waking up again, because that was a huge concern. That because I get telepathy, because there is this skull technology, voice to skull, right? But there's also implants and attachments that can happen, all kinds of things that control the mind, right? But I'm also picking up a factory too, so that might be something else that's happening. Let's get out the cards and see what that HE double hockey sticks. Mercury shadow phase, not retrograde, shadow phase. All right. For the collective, overall energy, please. For the collective, overall energy. That was weird how that one did that. The outlaw, stuck like Chuck. Operating outside of and in contention with the established rules of institution. Yep. Do a day, scrum dio. Highest priority for the collective, please. Highest priority for the collective. See, that's happened. That's twice. Major Arcana again. The Lovers, Gemini. Remember, Mercury the Messenger is in its home sign. We're talking about the 5th and 6th of May, 2022. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? That was so weird how both those cards did the exact same thing. Both landed on my thumb, on the top of my thumb instead of under. And it was definitely, I felt, yep, that's the card. That was weird. All right, what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for the collective? What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? Another single major arcana. I knew it. Whoa. I knew the energy was big. Journeyman, focus, dedication, seeing through the trees even though they are in the middle of a forest, right? Okay. Let's take the sneaky peek. We got the Journeyman, 8 of Orbs. Oh, here we go with the Demon again. And Necromancer right under it. Ooh, yeah. And the Burden one under that. Ooh, yeah, that's concussion waves. Yeah, we're picking up concussion waves. Yep. They used that to tell me about the thing that happened in, on the Lebanon shipyards, shipping. Yeah. I should do a whole video about the whole canals and the supposed shipping backups and all the BS. They're lying their asses off to you guys. But anyway, I digress, because I can prove they are. So here we go. Wow. The outlaw. Sacrifice and redemption. Self-sacrifice. Stuck like Chuck. Overall energy. Also gaining a higher, wider perspective. See, this is aka Odin, aka Inky, Poseidon, yeah, whatever you want to call him. He's got 1,000 names because of 1,000 lives, and different, yeah. Anyway, I digress. But he gave his eye, one of his eyes, to drink at Mimir's well for wisdom. And this is gaining wisdom. I just heard ransom. Just heard ransom. Okay. That's the overall energy. So some of you, this is the Lover's card, key 6, card of Gemini. This is a major decision point. It's the highest priority. So somebody it could be for you guys, somebody with Gemini or heavy Gemini placements is going to be your highest priority, Friday or Saturday, or both. By the way, Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday. Reminder for those of you that have forgotten. So you don't get in hot water with your mama. Anyway, I digress. My mother happens to be a Gemini, so anyway, for some of you, this is a decision that you need to gain some clarity on. And this is spirit and petition, what to be mindful of. This is asking the divine for an answer. That's how you'll get this clarity. Focused dedication. Seeing the demon behind the trees through the forest. You boy. Resurrection energy, gateway to resurrection. Resurrecting the demon. For some of you, it might be your mother's. The burden of heavily carrying the burden of others. 10. And the Archangel Commander. Of course, Gabriel had to make an entrance. The card of Aquarius. And the Chariot. So this could literally be Gemini going to see the doctor, maybe by ambulance. Or taking somebody to a doctor. This guy is the scientist, the chemist, the intellectual, the doctor, lawyer. Yeah. He's also the angel of storms and battles. Interesting because Ukrainian president is an Aquarius. It's interesting that Putin says that he's trying to denazify the Ukraine. That means he's trying to get rid of the Ashkenazi Zionist Jews out of the Ukraine because they're problematic. Yes. Maybe a bad way to go about it, but I get the Chariot, another Fool card. Science. A chariot based on science. That's the rocket that I'm seeing in the Sabian Mysteries picture. A chariot based on science. Ten of Cups. Ooh, Heart Tower. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yikes. Holy See in the politic. Yep. Oh, see, I hate readings when they're talking about politics and crap and the world stage, but it needs to be said. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, let me sit with the energy for a minute. Well, let's do this. Let's do some clarity first. Let's get this higher, wider perspective. Okay. What do we need the higher, wider perspective on? The Outlaw. Wow. It could be a Gemini doing something illegal. That's another thing. Just saying. Possible. Fool card. Yeah. Foolish. But, okay. I digress. Higher, wider perspective. The Outlaw. Clarify, please. The Outlaw. Please clarify the Outlaw. Okay. Anxiety, panic-stricken, fast-forward, incoming truth causes that, I think. It's the crap. Nine of Swords, Cathedral of the Damned. Anxiety personified. The shit that keeps you up at night. I have that shit. We all have that shit. Anyway. Especially these days. Okay. Clarity on the Lovers, because this is also a decision, a choice. Clarity on the Lovers card, please. Clarity on the Lovers. Two cards again. Hermit. And movement. From rough to calm waters. The Fool card. Please clarify the Fool card. Those flipped over on top of my thumb again. And two cards yet again. Ten of Swords and Path Chosen. All right. Ooh. Oh, I'm sitting on my foot. I do that a lot. Trying to sit cross-legged. And then I have to un-yoga myself. Okay. Let me sit with the energy for a minute. I'll come back. Let's go on microcosm. Gaining a higher, wider perspective. This is something that creates some sort of incoming truth that creates the crap that keeps you up at night, because there's a decision point. A decision has to be made. This is diving deep to make that decision, and then, firmly getting the decision in your head, Hermit card, and moving from this rough waters of being in the head too much to calmer waters. So perhaps an actual moving. Okay. And that's the highest priority, is getting that choice made. See, here's the choice. The choice was made. Okay. That's the choice. And what to be mindful of? Choice made. So you go from the 9 to the 10 of swords. And so this is taking a leap of faith on a new path, passionate path. So for some people, this is just talking about literally moving, like moving to a new location, new job, something new that you're passionate about. Okay? Microcosm. And it's about dedication, focus, and being able to see through the muck and the mire that causes you this, right? Because this is the bottom of the deck. This is the kind of the clarifying underlying energy of this. Now, the inner voice clinging to the past. This is very Nine of Swords energy up here. Being in your head. Playfulness, I think they're indicating that's how to overcome that conditioning of being in your head. And the time is now. Ripeness, time. Ripeness indicates when to pick. When the picking's good, right? So it's time to make that decision and take that leap. So get out of your heads, make the damn decision, and do it. In other words, that's what they're saying. I just flipped this over. Be mindful of your money in doing so. Okay. Let me see if they're giving me anything else here. I'm going to pause because I've already microcosmed it. That was easy peasy. Macrocosm is screaming at me about some other shadiness. Yeah. So give me a minute. Okay. My husband's up, so not only was I focusing on this, and then I looked at the time, I was like, oh, shoot, yeah. Anyway. Part of the warning is about ticks. So be careful with the tick situation. But it's also about, see the stars around the head. Kind of the Fool energy. Somebody this is the result of that fire energy being around the head. That's very much this Nine of Swords energy down here. Caught the hair on fire, see? And now it's smoking. For somebody, it could quite literally be they catch their hair on fire. I'm not kidding. I hate that, but it can happen. Don't know who that's for, but, the tick warning, I think, is for everybody. Something It's really weird because, it's like clinging to this. It's like somebody's short-circuiting as well. I mean, there could quite literally be somebody catching their hair on fire. But, so be mindful of your hair around, yeah, anything flammable. Hair burns quite easily. But this is some past inner voice in somebody's head. And the wolf in sheep's clothing. This is like an infiltration. An infiltration. See how the wolf is in the sheep? It's an infiltration energy. Somebody operating outside of and in contention with the established rules of institution. Remember Sabian Mysteries, we had the sword crossed with a wand energy, and we have lots of sword energy and wand energy here. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Oh, somebody does something very foolish. Something coming in by air. And this is somebody releasing something. Releasing something into the air. Sword energy. And this is a sword coming down on a town. Utter destruction. Same here. Utter destruction. Utter effing destruction. This is them watching it happen. A commander. A commander. Someone sets this off. This is by air. Remember before they were launching from water is what I was picking up. This is by air. Somebody set something loose on a town. Interesting because we have Big Ben in the picture here. So UK involvement. That's direct ties to Israel. UK gifted whatever. That land. If you guys don't think they're connected, yeah, you better look at history. And trust me, Putin knows that. He knows that history. Why do you think he's trying to get the Nazis out of Ukraine? He's not joking. And what his cabinet member said, yeah, that's no joke. And it's like I said a long time ago in one of the readings, if you don't think the U.S. is in on this war, you're a fool. Because it was all about that. They were very involved right from the get-go. Had everything to do with some nasty chemical stuff they were doing over there, plus some other things, but I digress. But anyway. Oh, yeah. Factory. Yep. the fact that the demon's right there underneath that, you know, remember that behind the dark horse and the other side doing the handshake behind the pillar, and then the demon card was the card after that. Making a deal with the devil. Bad move. Because the devil thinks he's hiding behind the trees. Thing is, somebody sees right through those trees. And kaboom, shockwaves. Necromancer, gateway to resurrection. Key 18. They use this card to tell me about Lebanon. And they're telling me between that Sabian Mysteries picture and the energy I'm getting off those two pictures and this, somebody's getting it. Because somebody sees the demon and it's unleashing something. Or a demon's unleashing something. Seeing the demon. Burdened. See, the leader of Ukraine, he's an Aquarius. He's unduly carrying the burden of the mistake of trying to join NATO. Because he made a deal with the devil. Yep. Chariot. Science. And 10 of Cups. Ay, 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 ay. Tower energy right behind that. Yeah, when they bring these 10 cards up, that's like big energy. See, there's a kingdom, a castle here. There's the castle coming down. Castle coming down. All has to do with, yeah, the keys. Politics. All roads lead to Rome. Yes, Rome is heavily connected to all this. Trust. Yeah. Three sisters. The kindred. This feels... Let me sit with the energy just a little bit longer, because I'm already at 54 minutes, because I need to wrap this up. Hang on. In the interest of time, I'm going to go real quick back to these Sabian Mysteries pictures. That Hierophant card has everything to do with this one. See, he's got the wand, the fire energy in his hand, and here he is. And at first, when I first saw this, it looked like a broken pencil. And you read it, an old man attempting vainly to reveal the mysteries. But this is an attempt to thwart an airstrike of some sort. They catch their own hair on fire. Ew. So, in the interest of time, I'll wrap it up there. Somebody saw through the trees and is unleashing major destruction. It's kind of like seeing the writing on the wall kind of thing. Anyway, a very foolish move, I might add. Or not, I'm not sure. Just looking again. I keep feeling like that fortress, that castle coming down, this energy. That energy at the castle. That energy at that castle. Objects. Ebony Shield. Queen of Earth. Yeah, see, there's the castle popped up immediately. Boom! The fact that we have the Chariot here, that could be a floating fortress. Some sort of fortress. Somebody's strength coming down. Ooh. Queen of Earth. Oh, this is about the UK. With Big Ben, this is about the UK. This is about the UK, guys. See the politics. This is about the UK. Incoming message. Learning. Anyway, all right, I'm at 58 minutes. I'm going to stop there. Wow. This is got a lot of different stories in it. But you got microcosm, mid-micro, mid-macro, macro. Okay, if I get anything else, I'll make notes, but depends on if I have time or not. Anyway, hang tight, guys. I know things are crazy, but if you're curious, look into the Ashkenazi Sephardic Jewish War, and that will give you some huge clues to what's really going on. Anyway. Or you can take me at my word. Either way, it is what it is. Yeah. Information's in the description box below if you need to contact me or if you would like a private reading. And I do hope you have an absolutely fantastic weekend, regardless of this, and happy Mother's Day and 5-5 portal. Okay, later, guys.